since there was no really other way of analyzing this data, we also never really knew whether if the outcome wasn't good, whether it was the fault of the software or was it the fault of the data, because there was no comparison really. And also the method development was in its infancy basically for this kind of data. I think in the beginning it was really one of the biggest challenges was really to convincing the wider community that what we're doing actually works, because that one took a long time for people really to adapt and to accept SWOT and DIA as a means of data analysis for proteomics.
It is very challenging to process this large amount of data in a meaningful and fast way. So I think this was almost the biggest challenge, to be able to process this data really, really fast. And back then we had a really skilled team that brought exactly the skills that were necessary to actually implement these algorithms that we already had back then, but implement them in a really fast way.
There have been many highlights of the journey. So I've been with Biognosys for 10 years now. Working at Biognosys and on the development of Spectronaut is like doing a new PhD every year. So yeah, it's been very exciting.
Well, certainly when it was born and got a name and a logo. Then when we added its own search engine, Pulsar.
My personal highlight of the Spectronaut journey would be the release of Spectronaut 3, which was the first public release we did. And it was really dear to me that the wider community can appreciate what we do here.
My highlight was to work together with the team throughout the years and to see this team grow in terms of how they develop software from a very small team and not so much industry experience, going to a much bigger team and now developing software very, very professionally. This was the highlight for me.